trapdoor opened without a sound, a thin breath of cold seeping down to the dark corridor. Castus didn't look back. He kept his helm facing forward, optics locked on the throat of the tunnel, while behind him, one of his cousins held the door steady to keep it from knocking against stone. He moved forward, weapon close, shoulders turned to squeeze through. The tunnel was tight, the air stale, the ground faintly tainted by the foul rot of biomass that plagued the rest of the tyranid-infested city. Behind, the door was shut softly and without sound. Castus could hear the others advancing behind him, movements slow and controlled. The Raven Guard took the lead, scanning ahead with the auspex for any signs of traps or motion as they advanced. The tunnel was narrow, clearly never intended for Astartes. Metal supports protruded from the walls like ribs, and the occasional smear of bioprocessing sludge clung to the edges, subtle but unmistakable. The confined air pressed against their armor, and the silence seemed to stretch with each step. After some time navigating through the tight corridor, Amarantha halted and signaled, shifting aside to give Castus and the others a clear line of sight. They stepped through into a hollow and crude refuge. Dozens of eyes stared at them from the dark, silent, unblinking. There was no light, only the silhouettes of shapes packed into corners, the rough outlines of makeshift shelters and barricades cobbled together from filing cabinets, broken benches, and overturned data crates. Once a vault chamber of the Administratum, now reduced to a warren, by those with nowhere else to go. They were civilians, young men, women, and children, packed shoulder to shoulder, thin faces, dirt-streaked skin, and tension drawn tight across every limb. At the sight of the Emperor's angels, some began to weep. Others dropped to their knees and made the sign of the Aquila, hands shaking as they pressed fingers to chest. A few did both, sobbing, praying, clinging to each other in the dark. The children didn't kneel. They only stared, terrified. They saw only towering monsters, black armored giants with burning red eyes stepping out of the dark. A mission was a mission. The Emperor's work did not pause for the trembling of civilians. But something stirred within him. Not emotion, not doubt. A ghost, a remnant of someone who no longer existed. Echoes left behind by a boy who had been erased in silence and buried in fire. For a moment, the image before him bled. Past brushed against present. The same fear stared back at him. The same wide, desperate need. Faces lifted toward an impossible salvation, clinging to it because the alternative was unthinkable. Another chamber, another dark. Stone walls instead of rust-stained file shelving. Air sharper, colder. It was even quieter than the present. Only silence, dense and unbroken, as if the world beyond had already ended, and yet none within it had realized. A voice surfaced with the memory, close, earnest, certain, naive. Stay here, stay quiet, and you'll be safe. We'll protect you all, I swear. A sweet lie, so sincere that not even its speaker had known it was a lie. And they believed it, all of them. They'd nodded They clutched one another, drawing hope from those quiet words, unaware that the one who spoke to them, who gave them comfort, conviction, would be their doom. The past snapped shut, and the present surged back to the forefront. His fist tightened, and he turned his gaze away, jaw set beneath his helm.